Another story. It's similar. It's not to do with healthcare, but it's to do with something happened when I was in Frankland. It was a lad called Andy Shack. A lot of you will probably know him from Liverpool. He's a notorious gangster. He's well known. He was in for murder, doing a 25 wreck, I think. He's in Cat C, not new as far as I know. But a tough fucker as well, Andy. He could have a good old scrap him. But anyone from down Liverpool way, or who's been in the high securities, will know who Andy Shack is. The first time I seen Andy in Frankland was in the gym, and he took his watch off. It was like a gold watch. It was Rolex, and it was looked like bling. You know what I mean? It was good looking watch. And I remember he took it off and just put it down on the window. And I think he said to one of the lads carrying on much, he didn't take that watch. And one of the lads was telling us he was 30 grand watch, walking about the wings with a 30 grand Rolex. But Andy, getting on about the healthcare, when I was in that same gym a few months after, Andy was in with his pals training away. I'm training away in the corner, and he was doing, because obviously he's a strong bloke as well, he was doing behind neck press on the Smith machine. So the behind neck press, for the people that don't know, is when you're sitting down like this, seated down, you've got the weights behind your neck and you're pushing the weight up like that. He was doing 120k, I think it was, behind neck press. And as he's lifted the bar up like that to hook it back on, it hasn't hooked on properly. And this arm's let go like that, and that arm's still been trapped, so the bar has just dropped. And all you heard was that noise. Snap. His arm had went that far back, it just snapped clean in half from there. He just turned around, and I heard the noise. It sounded like a fence post snapping, and he just went like that. Oh, he was moaning on like that, as you can imagine. Broken arm. So, but at the time, Andy was he was Cat A high risk, which is double Cat A. So they rang down for healthcare. Obviously, they came up with a wheelchair, put him in the wheelchair, and they wheeled him down. Obviously, he's like that, sitting in the wheelchair, because you're not going to want to walk anywhere when your arm's snapped clean in half from there. But because he's double Cat A high risk, took him down to the healthcare. And what has to happen when you're Cat A high risk, if you're going anywhere on the outside appointments, you've got to get helicopter escort because of that high profile. So he's got the armed response and he's got the helicopter. But to get all of this put in place, it's took 10 hours. So he sat down the healthcare for 10 hours with a snapped arm from there, and it took 10 hours for them to get him to hospital. I remember later on, we're all looking out the windows in the pads and we could see the helicopter, and the lads were saying that's Andy getting escorted to the hospital. But 10 hours to get to the hospital, man. Imagine what the pain we must have been in all that time. But yeah, that's just some of the instances with the healthcare in the prison system, and the way that the staff, the healthcare staff, talk you and treat you. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. But that's all for that one, people. If you do like it, if you do like me content, remember to like and subscribe, because the more subscribers and likes I get, the more people will notice this channel. But take care, people, and enjoy the rest of your day.